So have we gotten past the wait and see attitude of implementing AI in the contact center, and are people, started to, full throatedly accept that it's time to move into this realm?
I think I've done well to get to this point before I give you a depends answer. I think it depends on the person and it depends on the technology. So there are things from our observation, that technology we just talked about, accident localization, 100% QA, certain things are pretty much accepted by the majority. There's always going to be outliers. But you get into some of the sort of heavier automation and the fully agentic, I'm going to do everything and make all the decisions and not have any human interaction. There's not very many circumstances that that's happening. Probably smartly, right? I'm not advocating that it should be, but I think AI is such a broad term. Even AI within CX is applicable across so many things that it's a tough question to answer with a singular yes or no response, because it depends on what am I using the AI to do.
Yeah, I wonder too, like, how do you build the business case for that, and how do you account for the risk of the different, levels of automation that you're suggesting being implemented? So just maybe kind of talk to me about what is the executive level conversation that you're having in when it comes to AI implementation, and maybe even just in a broader sense when it comes to outsourcing the contact center operations?
I would say that we're still responding to that initial promise that AI, and it's what, is it 2 years or 3? It's been a while, right? Since it hit the mainstream. It came in with, we're going to revolutionize everything and you're going to get consistent, awesome results for far less money, right? That's the check it wrote that it hasn't cashed and probably never will. However, it does lots of great things. So what we're trying to do is say, if the outcome that you're looking for at an executive level is superior CX for less money, then we can get you there today with a combination of AI and labor. And that combination and what's right for you depends on things like your data set, things like the readiness of your clients, things like risk tolerance. So we can tune that balance, and maybe we be slightly conservative. We roll it out. You starting to see positive results, better CX for less. And then over time, how that's balanced can shift. Because if we go back to the model of ultimately the role of our two organizations is to create a budget so that these brands can afford to spend that money to grow their business through CX. That's ultimately where I see our objective, is to create the ability to be better, not to stay at the current level and do it for less. Because let's be honest, if you went and surveyed 100 people and said, who's happy, generally speaking, with bank, insurance company, retailers, whoever you deal with from a customer service perspective, who's happy with the level that you're getting in 2025? I doubt you'll see any hands go up. If you do, it'll be in single digits. So if we've got that massive chasm of difference between what people want and what people are getting, then I see it as the role for us to effectively risk mitigated produce this free budget to go spend on reducing that gap. So I'm going to start off with the blend of labor and tech that allows you to start the journey. And as you get comfortable and as we learn more specific to your organization, that starts to shift and free up more budget to spend on being better and being differentiated and gaining that extra revenue.